Jaclyn Hill did an oopsie. Forgive me this morning, I do have a massive headache, so if I seem a bit weirder than usual, that's why. Now, personally, I haven't been paying attention to any of this drama at all. I watched a few Angelica Oles, however you pronounce her name. I've watched a few of her videos on the subject, mainly because I just want Angelica to get herself a Cartier bracelet. So if you're actually interested in learning the entire context behind this video I'm about to do, then go watch Angelica's videos. On this channel, we aren't bothering with the drama. We're just going to kick someone whilst they're down. It's time to rate Jaclyn Hill's apology video. Seriously, my brain is like pulsing. My eye feels a bit like this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Okay, so straight off the bat, she's got no makeup on to show how serious she's taking all of this. The cards are on the table when the makeup stays in the palette. I'll give her a point for that. We've got a point rating system going on. It's such a strange thing to do, really, isn't it? And it seems unique to YouTube, people going barefaced when issuing a public apology. Imagine doing that in any other profession. Like, imagine if Ronald McDonald had to go to court for starting a fight with the King from Burger King. He'd show up to court barefaced and no one would recognize him.
For today's video, I don't even need to give you an intro. You know why we are here. I want to address some of the issues that my customers are having with my first launch of my brand, Jaclyn Cosmetics, and my lipsticks. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know the bases that I'm going to be covering throughout this video. I want to talk about the melting issue. I want to talk about the white fuzzies. I want to talk about the black holes. And I want to talk about the grittiness and the texture that you guys are experiencing and give you informed details of what all of these issues are, what is causing them, and how they're going to be fixed.
Okay, so we've got a clear structure laid out for this video, plus 1 point for organizational skills. If only she'd shown these organizational skills when actually releasing her products.
The first thing that I want to address before anything else is the accusations that my lipsticks are expired, moldy, or hazardous in any way, shape, or form.
Why do I feel like I'm the one suddenly in trouble? I feel like she's telling me off for her mistakes. I'm sorry, Jaclyn, I'll buy your shoddy lipsticks and get tetanus. I'll give her 20 points for this because she's scaring me.
Although I had been so in-depth with my formulation, my colors, and approving all of that, mass production did not go into production until right before my launch because we wanted them to be fresh. We didn't want them to sit on shelves. And because my brand has been pushed back so many times, I actually already went through the same situation with a different lab several years ago. I went into mass production, ended up having an issue while in mass production, and then didn't launch my brand and had to go to a whole new lab because I didn't want those issues to happen again. So I canceled them and went somewhere else. I tried to cover my tracks. I f***ed up.
I'm sorry, what?
I tried to cover my tracks.
I don't think I quite heard you right. Can you repeat that?
I try to cover my tracks.
Okay, got it. Minus 50 points for the Freudian slip.
You know, you guys have seen photos of my components all over my socials here and there throughout the last couple of years. I've been working on my components for 5 years straight.
How do you work on something for 5 years and have the end result still being terrible? That's like going to the gym for 5 years and still looking like you ate a truck full of cake. It doesn't quite add up. I think, possibly, you needed to work on this for another 5 years. Minus 5 points for the irony.
Second of all, my lipsticks are not moldy. They are not hazardous. They are not contaminated. They are not unsafe for you in any way, shape, or form.
You sure sound aggressive for someone who made moldy lipsticks. Lol. Plus 10 points for being ballsy in an apology video.
Every single ingredient in my lipstick is new and it is FDA approved. And again, I will give you proof right here if you guys want to look over these documents in depth and tear them apart. You go right ahead and see that they are not contaminated. Every single ingredient is FDA approved and they are not expired. I want to ease your minds with that before even getting into all the nitty gritty stuff of this video so that you're not sitting here thinking like, oh my gosh, is it true that if I use this lipstick that it's gonna hurt me in some way? No, that is not the case. And now you guys have seen that, so let's move forward.
It's not the case. Can you fight crime quietly over there? It's not the case, except for all those people who did have weird reactions to your lipsticks on Twitter. Maybe, if your lipsticks are giving people allergic reactions, then rebrand them as like a lip plumper instead. White fluff and shards of metal sold separately. Are you not wearing any makeup in your video because you're afraid that your makeup will give you side effects such as cuts, rashes, and possibly even death? Minus 4 points for being a big baby.
All right, so the first thing I want to touch base on are the little black dots or black holes that you guys are seeing. What these black dots are actually oxygen bubbles, and they are being lifted to the surface when my lipstick bullet is being cooled off, when it's going from a hot temperature, fresh out of the vat, and it's gonna go into my actual component and just be cooled down so that the component cap can be put on top. In that process, sometimes those oxygen bubbles don't make it all the way through, and you'll see little itty bitty, almost like black-like holes. It's not actually like black holes.
If there actually were black holes in your lipsticks, pulling matter around them with a gravitational pull, stretching the lipsticks and tearing them apart before they reach the event horizon, I'd be a little bit concerned. Actually, maybe that's why her lipsticks are looking so bad in the first place. Mini black holes. Jaclyn's using unexplained phenomena in space-time to cover up her own mistakes. You gotta admire that hustle. Get on her level.
Again, it's not mold, it is oxygen, and it is 100% safe. It is not gonna hurt you, but seeing those dots are not pretty, and they're not like, you don't look at that component, you don't look at that lipstick and think like, oh yeah, I wanna put this on my lips. So if you're experiencing that, please contact help@jaclyncosmetics.com. Show us a photo of your product. We will send you not only a full refund, but we will also give you a brand new lipstick that does not have any of those issues that you're concerned about.
Offering a refund and a free product, I will give her a point for that, but I don't think she's gonna have many takers on people wanting more of her lipsticks.
The second thing I wanna touch on is the texture and the grittiness that you guys are seeing in your lipsticks. Now, although this is not happening to everybody, it's still happening. And basically what this is caused from is the humongous vats. It's almost like, I always wanna use the word beaker, but it's not like a beaker or smaller. It's like these gigantic, huge vats that are in labs. It's like this gigantic thing that holds all of your lipstick and it like spins like this and mixes everything up. That vat is not breaking down all of my raw materials because we produce so many lipsticks so quickly.
That's just not a good enough explanation. My method of production isn't efficient, so I sent out the inept end results anyway. What? -5 points.
We made a lot of product in a very short amount of time, and although we all thought that it was gonna be perfect and fresh, that's not the case. We moved too quickly, and because of that, the ingredients are not broken down.
Made a lot of products in a short amount of time, but you've been planning this for 5 years. Again, what? Imagine anyone else other than a YouTuber saying that. Well, we here at Cadbury's Dairy Milk have been working on this new chocolate recipe for 5 years, but we had to just manufacture a lot of them in a short amount of time, and now there's bits of metal in the dairy milk. -25 points.
I will say this, you're still gonna get the same effect on your lips. They're still gonna give you a nice creamy formulation. It's still gonna look beautiful once it's applied, but it's not pretty to look at. And when you apply it, sometimes you can feel like a little bit of that texture and that grittiness, and that is so not okay. And I want to make that right for you. And again, I'm gonna reiterate it over and over and over to contact help@jaclyncosmetics.com.
I've just noticed that this isn't actually really an apology video because we're 5 minutes in and no apology has been said yet. It's an explanatory. Explanatory? My head hurts.
I'm not a Tory.
It's an explanation video. -10 points.
This is my first launch and it's very embarrassing. I'm not gonna make it about myself in any way and tell you how I feel about this, but it's embarrassing for me to
I'm not gonna make this about me in any way, but it's embarrassing for me.
not see you guys fully happy, and I am so sorry that any of you are experiencing anything less than absolute perfection.
Oh, there it is. There's the apology. 5 minutes into the video. I'll give her back 9 points for that. 1 point has been deducted because it's taken 5 minutes and 45 seconds for an apology for her grim lip products.
Next, let's talk about the white fuzzies. This is the thing that gets me going. So, when I first heard the definition and the reason for these white fuzzies on some of these lipsticks, I 100% did not believe it. I got very upset and I was like, why are you lying to me? Why are you trying to treat me like I'm an idiot? This is ridiculous. Like, I need a better explanation.
Inciting sympathy by acting like a victim to try and get your audience on your side. +5 points for subtle manipulation.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Because my lipstick component is a silver, shiny, almost metal-like material, my lab, instead of using a standard glove that they would use in the lab, they decided to use white cotton gloves. They're like fluffy white gloves because they didn't want the standard gloves to...
Who the fuck uses fluffy gloves when handling lipsticks? Something Sasquatch joke. Literally all I had in my script. Thanks, past me.
We have several people, up to 20 people working on my lipsticks on the line every single day as they are being produced. And every single one of those people are wearing white gloves. When I tell you guys how many times a day they have to change gloves and put on new ones, it's crazy. Every time they need to take a call, they have to step off the floor, off the line, out of the production area. They have to take off their gloves and they have to get brand new ones when they walk back in. They have to take off their hair nets, they have to take off their beard nets, they have to replace everything once they come back in. They don't get to walk out, go to the bathroom, put on the same gloves and come back in. So when you think about 15, 20 people working on a line, all replacing their gloves every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour and a half.
That just sounds environmentally unfriendly, getting through packets of gloves a day. Anyway, this isn't even true because she was pictured at her factory wearing blue gloves.
On top of that, they were cleaning my vats, which is the big, humongous bucket that has my batches inside of it. They were cleaning those vats with like this white fiber, almost towel going through it. And that's been happening about once a day, they said, to sometimes twice a day, depending how quickly we're moving through batches. So those two things combined, that is what you are experiencing, are little white cotton fibers coming off of their gloves.
I don't believe any of this.
Anyways, about the melting situation, which is about 80% of complaints, like I said, people are receiving some lipsticks in the mail and then they pull them out, they twist them up, they swatch them, they break. They break in the center, you twist them all the way, they'll break the face, which is pretty standard. If you don't have enough lipstick, if you roll all the way up and you swatch it, chances are if it's an emollient base like stick, it's going to break the base. So make sure that when you use your lipstick, you do not roll up fully all the way when you are using it, just a side note. But what people are experiencing is it's showing up in the mail and it's almost having like a little sweat mark, like a little like circular sweat mark or like little like sweat dots. And then when you swatch it, the lipstick kind of leans to the side and then it's got like a little line on it because it's a very creamy, very emollient based product. So you really have to make sure that it's fully cooled down before using it. We did an extensive test on my lipsticks and shipping from here to there and all this jazz. But because of the climate right now, we are shipping to some people who are in such hot temperatures and such high degree that my lipsticks, they're not surviving it fully.
The amount of excuses she's coming out with is incredible.
Now that I have been like spazzing going through all of this because I'm just so eager to get this video up, I really just want to take a moment to genuinely thank those of you who have reached out to me, telling me what's going on, and everyone on Twitter and Instagram who are genuinely sending me photos, like asking me and concerned. I am very grateful for your honesty. I'm very grateful for you coming forward and telling me what's going on because I want to fix this and I would never know if you guys didn't keep me informed. So I want to say thank you very much to everybody who has come forth because I did an interview about my brand a couple months ago, and that's what I said in this interview. I said that my number one thing is that I want my subscribers to be honest with me. I want them to tell me genuinely what they feel about my product so that I can continue to take your information and move forward with it and give you the best products that you guys.
I don't feel like doing this is sincere, it's just arse licking. Thank you guys so much for making me look like an idiot. I really appreciate it. You're a real one. That is such arse licking, man. If you think it's sincere, then you're very naive. I'm just going to start fights with people because my head hurts. You can say something along the lines of, thank you guys for letting me know. But the way she's just really going in on it and trying to seem like overly emphatic. Emphatic? That's what makes it seem insincere.
But I'm going to work very hard and I'm going to work very diligently to make sure that within the next couple of months, within the next year, you're going to look at my brand and be like, oh wow, this actually is good. Like she actually corrected her error and she learned from her mistakes because it's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm so sorry for anyone who received anything less than perfect. I take full responsibility. This is my brand with my name on it and my team that I've created. And I am so sorry.
Is she always this manic or did she have E numbers for breakfast? Did she have cereal consisting of just blue Smarties and some milk? I gave up with that point system. So my head hurts. Anyway, minus 69 points for making my head hurt even worse. After tallying up her points, Jaclyn has a whopping minus 121, so she is the winner of the game. She was the only contender in the game, but she's the winner and the loser nonetheless. You can play my fun game at home with any YouTuber apology video. The rules are just make up the rules as you go along. That's all for this video. I need to go lie down for a bit. I'll see you next time. Oh, like, comment, subscribe and all that. Yeah, bye.